In the Revachol Citizens Militia, there is only one officer superstar. This is his story. We're going to go talk to Call Me Mañana. Since we're over here, let's go talk to René about that photo we found.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Okay, thanks, René. Let's see, we've got a few choices. I saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout. Have we not talked to these guys since we found that?
Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
I bet Cuno would love to be that tyrant. He's got the cocaine snorting bit down, I think.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
It doesn't sound like he knew how to rule. How should a true king rule, René?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Well, he doesn't sound racist. That does sound like the train of thought that Measurehead would espouse. It seems like a leader should take care of his people before himself. Yeah, that's consistent with our Mazovian socioeconomics.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
All right, fine. Guys, let's talk about something else.
Right.
René, I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Well then, you must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
That seems very convenient. Hold on, why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
I think it might.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I know a lot of guys like that.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
Yeah, he says this while he's clutching his chest. So something's going on. So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would they not guard it?
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yeah, right, Kim? Isn't that weird?
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officers. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Wait a second. Didn't René browbeat Gaston for being a Union wannabe? And Evrart built this thing for René? Like, isn't he even worse? That's strange. Let's see what he means by mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrart created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabineers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
I see. Evrart is kind of buying everyone off. Oh, I like this one the most. There's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing, too. And we're going to proudly hold out our bag.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yeah, it might be the difference between us having a roof over our heads and not tonight.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
Not quite. I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She? is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
Well, let's see how this goes. This may not work out well. It's a little bit nosy.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Ooh. Okay, got it. Thanks. Thank you for your time, Renee. Let's talk to Gaston now.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
You mentioned Jean-Marie Beaulieu. Who is that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Oh. See, I thought this was Renee's wife. Maybe it was Gaston's?
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
So you both know her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4.
These guys bicker incessantly. For some reason, I'm not surprised that they've been best friends their whole lives. Let's find out more about this Jenny lady.
She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
He jerks forward, but then grabs his chest and stops. Oh, I wonder if Renee's going to die while we're playing this game. Easy, fellas. No need for this to get ugly.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
He pauses, searching for the right word. This is sad.
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
Yeah, see, this guy masks his pain and sadness with bluster, it seems.
Departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
Or maybe she just loved you both.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Well, we're not going to say women, right? That's... Jeez. That's a bit odd. It is a bit odd that she couldn't make up her mind. I guess. I don't know if I believe that. But nothing wrong with weighing your options first doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So let's say that's a bit odd.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
Okay, that's funny.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
I know a lot of people who could be seduced by fancy words or pastries. Both of them together might be irresistible.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Okay, I guess we have no choice but to say thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
See if René has anything to say about Jenny before we move on.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul. If he's got principles.
I understand Jenny meant a lot to you.
There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Where was the photo of you two taken?
Revachol Fair of 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the Carabineers marched in the place of honor.
Oh, that sounds cool. You look happy in the picture, smiling.
This was the happiest day of my life.
What happened with you, Gaston, and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch.
The Ikeda operation was a 7-year campaign, during which suzerain Guillaume's army forcefully united the people in the southeastern part of La Petite Continent, collectively known as the Ikeda tribes, under the Revacholian banner.
Yeah, because forceful unification always works out well.
I won her back, but while I was dealing with some issues,
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her.
Oh, he was dealing with PTSD, I guess. I wonder what he did to hurt her. He looks down at his boots, lips moving, but the words are inaudible. Oh my god, I wonder if he hit her. Oh, that would be terrible.
Those days and memories are gone.
He nods and looks at René with something resembling compassion.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
Thank you for your time. We got a skill point. Just barely. We're 1 experience point over the level. Okay, we're going to spend our skill point in Pain Threshold for a couple reasons. 1, we've put very few points into Physique, and it's our 2nd highest innate ability. And 2, when we read the description, you'll see that it applies to more than just physical pain. Shrug off the pain, they'll have to hurt you more. Cool 4, Unstoppable Fighters, guys who won't die, masochists. Pain Threshold ignores damage so you can push on, bloodied and crawling to the bitterest end. It enables you to negate damage you would otherwise take, even mental pain, heartache, and loneliness. In fact, these things can become a thrill you seek out and perversely revel in. At high levels, Pain Threshold turns in on itself in a seriously unhealthy way. There's a typo in there. At high levels, Pain Threshold turns on itself in seriously unhealthy ways, with full-on self-destructive behavior. With a low Pain Threshold, however, you will suffer too easily. Even a slap from a teenager will make you whine and complain. So we're going to pick this because of the mental aspect of it as well. We know that Harry, or Officer Superstar, has had to endure a lot, so we're going to go ahead and level this up. Because he keeps coming back, no matter how hard they smack him down. Except when he smacks himself down with his low morale and I have to reload. Okay, there we go. Accept changes. Let's head over to Call Me Mañana. On the way, what we're going to do is we're going to stop at Free and trade in all of our tear. Hello, racist lorry driver. We're just going to ignore you because you're a jackass.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Let's insert our bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
A little bit richer, 2.7 real.
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
Yeah, we probably should, but we're not going to. Instead, we're going to buy 1 more magnesium.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
We're going to take 2 of these magnesiums.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thank you, clerk.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay, don't look up from your magazine or anything. Let's go talk to Call Me Mañana.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Cuno told me you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
Aha. This is all premeditated by the Cuno.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
That makes sense.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Yeah, certainly we're in his pocket, and he's absolutely the king of Jamrock. Although, can monks be kings? I don't know. He needs to make up his mind. Is he a king or a monk?
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Cuno used us, what, to scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
Oh, so he's uncomfortable with this conversation. The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
They don't want to talk to a drunk cop either.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Ooh, what sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How about you tell me how to get the boots off?
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
That is true.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up. 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
What does that mean? Does that mean the Hardy Boys stole them? That's weird. We can choose to find one piece or all of it. I think Superstar is an all-in kind of guy. I mean, he has been so far. I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of it. All the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
Yeah, let's find all of it.
It's implied. He finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
Okay, well, you know, a low chance of success is better than no chance of success.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir. I don't think you are hoping for our success in anything. But we do now have to find all pieces of armor.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Aha. Good talking to you. Gotta run. Well, let's go talk to Cuno. I suspect he's gonna say, Cuno doesn't give a fuck. He's like a honey badger.
Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger don't give a shit.
Let's talk to Cuno.
Fuck does Cuno care?
I don't think you do care. I talked to Mañana about the armor.
So?
He said you're now the king of the entire Jamrock?
North Jamrock? Cuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Cuno's words up. Cuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the Madre.
Alright, I guess he doesn't fuck with the Madre.
Cuno appreciates you recognizing him as the sovereign of Jamrock, though North Jamrock, that is.
Very good. Glad to do it.
Cuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Alright, thanks, Cuno SA. Always adding value to the conversation.
Look, pig. Cuno sent you to rough some people up. Cuno played you. That happened. Now you and Cuno should move on.
Alright, whatever, kid.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Cuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now limp the fuck out of here.
Nice. Okay, that's great. Yeah, always a positive experience talking to you, Cuno.
After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Cuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Oh, I guess we can't discuss the armor anymore. Alright, I guess I'm off.
Cuno doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, I've sensed that about you, Cuno. We have a series of challenges we can try. Not really sure what to do. We need to come up with some money. Let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
Tell me about the case again.
What do you want to know?
Can we go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No, I'll wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did.
Actually, you gave it to
3
us
days
before.
ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez.
Let's try this. I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved. See, I'm doing this way out of order. I should have done this when we first met him.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
I have, Kim, as you would know, because you've been with me for almost 2 whole days.
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
What's wrong with personal affairs, Kim?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
Okay, thanks, Kim. I'm not sure that makes sense.
The average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Yes, I would guess that we would know that. So what should I concentrate on, Kim?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
That's what I've been doing. I'm only going through these because I should have done it before. I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
Yeah, I think it was a medical situation, but I don't really think it is anymore. Again, just following these prompts. I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
I know it is, but, you know, I've been through a lot. I've been through the ringer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological, Kim. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
All right, we just got another task, which I love because I wasn't sure what we were going to do next. I'm going to follow this then. You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
What if I want to work this case alone?
Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
I know what the RCM is.
That's good.
But what if I need some me time?
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
But why can't it be both, Kim? You're so structured. Okay, I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours.
Please do. We wouldn't want your regimen to spill over into the investigation.
The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking.
I think maybe Monday night it could have, but now that we're here at Tuesday, I'm not so sure anymore.
Is it not?
Thank you, electrochemistry. I would expect nothing less. We're going to stop talking to Kim and call it an episode here because anything more that we do will make it run far too long. If you like what I'm doing and want to support me further, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, please remember to spay or neuter your pets, but not both.